Something huge could happen in the crypto world tonight. There is a hidden condition in Ripple's escrow contracts that could contain the key to an event that could destroy supply, shock the markets, and drive XRP's price skyrocketing at a speed never seen before. People are calling this Ripple's dead man switch. Several trusted XRP analysts and contract code reviewers say that if the SEC doesn't reach a settlement with Ripple by midnight today, more than 42 billion XRP could be permanently taken out of circulation. Take a moment to think about that. That's almost half of all the XRP that is available. Gone, incinerated, nuked, set off by a self-destruct fail-safe incorporated into the Ripple escrow smart contracts years ago to stop centralized control and build trust. People thought this provision was extreme, maybe even theoretical at the time. But current news and blockchain behavior point to one conclusion. This mechanism is genuine, and it might be counting down right now. Before you write this off as a conspiracy, keep this in mind. Ripple's escrow is different from previous token lockups. It runs on its own, is written in code on the blockchain, and gives out 1 billion XRP per month. If Ripple can't get to the escrow because of a legal deadlock, or if the SEC takes too long to reach a settlement, the programming lets those tokens be burnt under specific scenarios. That condition was added to keep the market honest and decentralized in case Ripple ever loses control or is permanently blocked. And tonight, we might witness that clause come to life. What does this mean? If even half of that supply is lost, the shock would be like the early days of Bitcoin. Do you remember 2012? The first halving of Bitcoin cut the block reward from 50 BTC to 25 BTC. The supply dropped down, the demand kept going up, and the price went through the roof. Now think about that. But times it by thousands in a cryptocurrency that banks and payment rails are currently using. But that's not all there is to it. More and more people are talking about the fact that Tether, the biggest stable coin in the world, is getting ready to move a lot of money to the XRP ledger. This would be a huge step for the cryptocurrency economy. Tether now works on a number of blockchains such as Ethereum, Tron, and others, but Tether has been secretly looking into speedier and more compliant ways to do business because of more regulatory scrutiny, poor transaction speeds, and hefty gas fees. According to research done by an on-chain analyst at Zero Exonics, testnet deployment is already happening on the XRPL, which shows that they are seriously thinking about it. For now, it's not getting much attention, but it's in line with what we've seen from other big companies who use XRP technology behind the scenes before making any public statements. If Tether moves to XRPL, it means that trillions of dollars will flow through the XRP ecosystem every year. And if that happens while 42 billion XRP is burned, it will be one of the most severe price changes in crypto history. Let's discuss about price goals. After a burn like this, analysts say that a short-term rise above $250 is not only plausible, but likely. Why? Because lack of anything drives up prices. If you add together institutional traders' liquidity inflows, retail, FOMO, and worldwide news coverage, XRP might see a price spike like Ethereum did in 2021, but even bigger. But what about the goal for the long term? What will happen to XRP in the future? $10,000 XRP sounds absurd until you grasp the mechanics behind it. If Ripple's plan to become XRP, the main bridge currency for tokenized assets, stable coins, other digital currencies, and central bank digital currencies, works, then its value will not be dependent on hype, but on throughput, settlement volume, worldwide liquidity, and real use. This is what makes it possible. Give it some thought. If XRP only handled 5% of all financial transactions in the world, it would have a huge effect. We're talking about a huge number, trillions of dollars a year, because most of the supply was destroyed or locked up, which made it less available. The price would have to go up to meet demand. It's just basic math based on how supply and demand work. This isn't simply a theory. On XRP's weekly and monthly charts, top experts like Dark Defender, eGrag Crypto, and CoinsKid all show huge cup and handle patterns. These patterns are traditional signs of a rise. When combined with a historic supply shock, they make the perfect circumstances for a vertical rally. With the dollar getting weaker, the world pushing for blockchain adoption, and trust in traditional finance falling apart, the stage is set. And don't forget about the law. It will be a huge embarrassment for US regulators if the SEC doesn't reach a deal by tonight and the escrow burn happens. It will show how the agency is trying to stall and make Ripple look even more like a global financial pioneer. The funny thing, if the SEC keeps being stubborn, it could lead to the worst thing they could imagine, XRP becoming untouchable, unstoppable, and used all across the world by default. This was always bigger than just one case, the XRP army claimed. Now major banks like Santander, Bank of America, and the European Central Bank are looking into RippleNet and the private XRPL. That idea is now being proven true. The IMF, BIS, and SWIFT have all said that Ripple is a unique player in influencing the future of money. So what do we do next? If the burn goes off tonight, get ready for havoc. There will be a lot of activity on the chain, exchanges might stop withdrawals, and social media will be full of rumors. But when everything calms down, a new story will emerge. XRP is the most valuable, useful, and strategically placed digital asset on the planet. And here's the best part. This changeover might only happen once, but it might generate a one-time supply shock that is permanently recorded in the ledger. This means that every XRP you own after tonight could be worth a lot more. Not because of hype, but because of forced digital scarcity and unequaled usefulness. To sum up, tonight could be the start of XRP's most important chapter. The choices made now could have a big effect on the future of digital money. Everything changes if the escrow clause kicks in. The charts, the supply curve, and the legal story all start over, and 10,000. It might not be a dream anymore. For many, it might become an actual thing. It might be the logical end of a token that was always meant to be part of the global financial system. A new time in finance is coming. What should you do now? Keep up with the news. Look at the chain data. Keep an eye on the escrow wallets, and most importantly, be ready for things to shift quickly. If this goes down, it won't simply be another crypto moment. It will be an important event in the history of money. It will be the time when money transforms forever, changing how we think about and use it. Thanks for seeing this. If this video gave you goosebumps and made you question all you know about XRP, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more mind-blowing news. We're just getting started, and the next 24 hours might change the course of history. Disclaimer: this video is only for learning and getting knowledge. This is not advice about money. Before you make any investing decisions, please do your own research and talk to a financial professional.